Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Jump Inside Unleashed, where we talk about 3 things that we like in a video game and 3 things that we don't like in a video game. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the game Far Cry 6. I'm really excited for this game and I hope you are too. My name's Seb and let's jump into this. And of course, welcome to Jump Inside. Before we get started on this video, we are just recording the first 2 hours of this video game. Before I get into that, mainly, this game does get a little bit slow, and this game does have a little bit of nitpicks about what we perceive in this game, but that is just the first 2 hours, and obviously I believe that as we continue in this game, obviously things will change. So this is just basing off the first 2 hours of this game. Welcome to Unleashed. Let's really now get dug into this thing. So starting off with 3 things that I like, and starting off straight off the bat, of course, is the parkour ability. The parkour ability in this game, which allows you to run up, down, forward, back, left, right, and center, has you running across buildings, climbing over obstacles, zip lining down, using parachutes, and running around in sewers. And these are only miniature of what you can do in this game. Yes, you've got to get from A to B, but it gives you so many options about how to do that, whether you want to run around bushes or whether you want to go straight through the middle and shoot your way through the crowd. It's completely up to you, and this game doesn't lack on the fact that this game has a lot of parkour in it. Moving on. Next, we have the map size. Oh my goodness. When I first learned about this map, when it was introduced to me on a table, they was explaining to me, this is here and that's there, and I was like, okay, this world seems big. I'm gonna be running up and down it, thinking this is the same size as GTA, until I had the option to view the map and use the zoom out button. I was like, oh, this game has a big map. So this game may not have the biggest map in the world, but it definitely has a big explorable map. If you're running up and down things all the time, you're gonna need a formation of travel systems. You're gonna need a car of some sort. You're not getting from A to B in 2 seconds, not on this game. And you start off on an island, but what it looks like and what I can see at the beginning of the game is that you're gonna be exploring a massive piece of land. It looks incredible, and I've only had the chance to explore in these little small areas for the time I've played this game. It's, of course, you know, we only record the first 2 hours of this game before we show it to you, but from what we've seen, it looks absolutely massive. So yes, of course, this map has a big map. There you go. Definitely don't expect a small map in this game. And the last thing that I want to bring is the content. Yes, I absolutely love the content. The content in this game is just super filled. There is so much into this. From the first 2 hours of traveling this way and that way, I only, for what it felt like, just scratched the surface of this game. The game was only just getting started by the end of these 2 hours, and I was still at the starter, like the beginning area zone. There looks like there's so much to this, and there is so much content. So yes, you will be stuck into this game for quite a long time. Forget 2 hours, we're talking maybe you'll be here for 60 hours. This is a big game. So now moving on to 3 things that I don't like about this, and there's not a lot, and I can't really harm this game that much. But what I will say is character options. The first bit in this game that I don't like as much is the amount of character options you get to have at the very beginning of this game. You start off with 2 choices. Do you want to play as a male or female? Now, normally in previous Far Cry games, like in Far Cry 2, you'd have an option of 8 different characters that would do different voices. That might slightly tweak a little bit depending on the situation, but nothing major. It's mainly just the looks. But on this game, you don't really get that option. You get to pick either male or female options, and with your character in all the cutscenes, maybe it might be nice just to involve maybe a different set of number of characters. Now, I don't absolutely hate this. This is only a minor pick, but it's just something that I think you could improve on if you make another Far Cry game. Exactly, this isn't really a game stopper right here. It's just something that I'd like it when I'm at the beginning of the game. It's something I've experienced in previous Far Cry games, and it's something that I'd love to bring back in a next game. The second thing of this game is the story, and I absolutely love the story, but I do feel like the story could be a little bit more simplified. I didn't really understand what's going on, and with all that stuff that they're telling you right at the beginning of the game, I didn't really understand it, and for that reason I didn't really care too much about the game. But that's not the important part. The important part is running up and down, doing parkour and shooting your enemies and all that kind of stuff. With an understanding of why I'm doing that would make it a lot better, but I really don't care. I'm more of a let's go do this mission and shoot a load of people. I didn't really understand that much of the story. All I know is I had to escape, and there's a bad guy, and he shot down my bow and all that kind of stuff, and then the story kind of kicks off from there. But I'm sure if you play this game enough, you will pick up on the story. I'm just commenting on what I've seen in the first 2 hours. And the last thing that I want to mention is, of course, the main bad guy. I don't think the main bad guy is in the game enough. You do get to see a piece of him right at the very beginning of this game before it pans out to a TV scene, and you also get to see him on a boat as well. It doesn't really give us a lot of context or content on him visually, so we don't really understand exactly what's going on or why he's doing what he's doing, apart from he's trying to bring back on what I believe is slavery, which is something that's obviously terrible, but I just don't understand exactly what this whole game is about. Anyway, I'm going to move it on from there. I'm going to say, if you did enjoy this video and you did want to mention any comments about what you like or you dislike about this game, then please write them down in the comments down below. This game for me is absolutely excellent, and it's a recommendation if you do want to get it. The prices are on screen right now, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye, and see you later.